Hello everyone, this is Akib Javed. Welcomes you all on Pabbly. So guys, in this video, you are going to learn how to create Zoom meetings from Google Calendar events and update meeting link in Calendar again. So guys, here I am going to explain to you how you can create Zoom meetings just by creating an event here in Google Calendar automatically. Now you may ask, why anyone want to do this? Why would anyone create an event here and want a Zoom meeting to be created automatically? Suppose that you are someone who have to take meetings online very frequently. So what you can generally do is that you create a calendar here in Google Calendar, and here you create events about those meetings so that you can keep the track of those meetings and create those meetings here in Zoom application. So guys, what you do here, you create an event here, then you check the event, the date of the event, the purpose of the event, then you come to Zoom and you manually create a meeting here. But what if I tell you that as and when you create an event here, a Zoom meeting about that event can get created automatically in Zoom application? Yes guys, this can happen, and to make this happen I am using a software here called as Pabbly Connect. So guys, Pabbly Connect is an integration and automation software, and it will connect these two applications together such that whenever you create an event here, the meeting about that event will get created automatically from Zoom application. So now let me give you a demo on my screen of how this automation is going to work in real time. So guys, this is my computer screen, and here you can see I'm in my Google Calendar application, and here I have created this calendar called as meetings, in which I create events about any meeting that we want to conduct or attend. Okay. So whenever I create an event here in my Google Calendar, I want the same event will be created as a new meeting here in my Zoom application. Okay. And the joining link of this same meeting will be added here in the description of the meetings as well. Let me show you. In this meeting, you can see we have this joining link of the Zoom meeting in the description, right? So let me show you how it is going to happen. So I'm creating a new meeting here at December 2. Okay. Let me add the titles and the details of the meeting. So I have given the title of the meeting as annual general meeting. Okay. This is the date and the time of the meeting. And here I have added the guest who is going to come in our meeting. So I have invited these guests here, and this is the description of the meeting, and I'm clicking on save here now. And you can send invitation emails to your guest from this calendar. So for now, I'm not going to click on send here. I'm just showing you the example. So a new meeting is created here, you can see, at 2nd of December. Now let's check if the same meeting is created here in Zoom application. And you can see here in my Zoom application, we have a new meeting here at December 2, Thursday at 11 to 12. Okay, annual general meeting. Right. Now let's check in my Google Calendar. After creation of this meeting here, my calendar's event got updated or not. And we have the link. Okay, so you can see we have the link of the meeting. Joining link of the meeting is automatically here in my description of this annual general meeting, right? So now you guys are wondering how I managed to bring this data to and fro between Google Calendar and Zoom, how I created a meeting here just by adding an event here in my Google Calendar, and a meeting is created in Zoom application, and the joining link of the meeting get updated here in my description of the meeting as well. So let me give you the easiest possible steps by which you can also make this automation. So these are the 3 easy steps by which you can also make this integration and create Zoom meetings from Google Calendar, right? So step 1 says connect Pabbly Connect to Google Calendar. So first of all, we are going to open Pabbly Connect and connect our Google Calendar with Pabbly Connect. And step 2 says collect the data from Google Calendar in Pabbly Connect. So in second step, we'll create a new event in Google Calendar and collect the data of that event here in Pabbly Connect. And step 3 says send the same data to Zoom to create meeting and update calendar event. So finally, we are going to send the data we have captured here about our event in Google Calendar to Zoom to create a meeting, and we will update the joining link of that meeting back again to Google Calendar's event, right? So let's start with our step 1 and open Pabbly Connect. So in your internet browser, you have to type here PABBLY, that is pabbly.com. So this is the landing page of Pabbly. From here, you have to put your cursor on this products icon and click on Pabbly Connect. And now you can set up your free Pabbly Connect trial account in just 2 minutes by clicking here on sign up free button. I have already done this, so I'm going to click on sign in directly. And from this all apps section, I'm going to click on this access now of Pabbly Connect panel. And this will bring you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect like this, right? And to start working here, you have to create workflows like this. So to create a workflow, you just have to click here on create workflow button. And here you have to give a relevant name to your workflow. So let me fill the name here. So I have filled the name as send Google Calendar data to Zoom to create meeting, right? So now click on create here and your workflow will be created like this. And here you will find these two things first, the trigger and the action. So Pabbly Connect work on these things. Trigger says when this happens, action says Pabbly Connect, please do this. Alright, as in our use case, the trigger would be a new event created here in Google Calendar, and the action would be is to create a Zoom meeting about that event and update the joining link of that meeting here in Google Calendar's event, right? So first of all, you have to click here on this trigger window, and from this choose app, choose your application as Google Calendar, this one, okay? And here in this trigger event, you have to select event, this new event option, okay? Then click on connect here, and from this window select add new connection and then click on connect with Google Calendar. So from this window, it will ask for the email ID by which the calendar application is connected. So select the email ID and give the required access. Click on continue here. Okay. So you can see the authorization successful and started showing connected here. And in this calendar field, it will show you a list of all the calendars you have in your Google Calendar application. And the calendar I want to connect here is this one. You can see the meetings calendar, right? So I'm going to select meetings calendar from this list. Okay, this one, right? And now when I click here on save and send test request, it will fetch the data of the most recently created event we have in Google Calendar. Okay. So let me just create a new event here and then we'll fetch the data. So I'm creating an event here at 3rd of December and I'm giving the title. Let me fill the details here. So I have filled the details as this appraisal meet and it is going to happen on December 3, 2 to 3. And we have these guests here in this for this meeting, and this is the description. And now I'm clicking on save here, and I do not want to send the invitations right now. This is just an example, so I'm clicking on don't send. Okay, so we have a meeting saved here on 3rd of December like this. Now let's capture of the data of this meeting created in Pabbly Connect by clicking on save and send test request. Okay, so you can see the data is captured here like this, and the summary is this appraisal meet. This is the description. Okay, so I forgot to tell you one thing. We have to, before clicking on save and send test request, we have to toggle this simple response button to off. I'll tell you why we are doing this. Then click on save and send test request again. Okay, so now it starts showing the data in this format like this, and here you can see we have this attendees label here and we have the email addresses of our guests like this in this array format. Okay, so to get this the list of our attendees in this format, I have toggled this response button to off, and we are going to use this label again in this workflow. That's why I have toggled this response button to off, right? So our next step would be is to create a meeting about this event in our Zoom application. For that, you have to click here on this action window, and from this choose app field, choose your application as Zoom. This is Zoom. Okay, and in this action event, select create a meeting option, then click on connect, and from this window select add new connection, then click on connect with Zoom. Okay, so you will see that the authorization will be successful automatically because I have already logged in my Zoom application. Otherwise, it will redirect me to the login window. There I have to log in and then it will be connected, right? Uh, Now it is asking for the topic or the meeting's topic or the title. So we have the title here in this first tab. You can see about the meeting, which is this in this summary. So I just have to map this topic here. By clicking here, you will find this Google Calendar option. And when you click here, you will find all the data that we have already captured in the first tab. So just map this summary by clicking on it like this, right? And the type of the meeting is scheduled meeting. Not, it is not an instant one. It is scheduled in some future date. Now it is asking for the start time. So you'll find the start time from this Google Calendar option only like this. So this is, you can see the start time, okay, start date time, map it, and the duration. So let's check if we have the duration here. So you can check the duration, okay, so you can check the duration manually also in your Google Calendar from this meeting. So we have this 1 hour meeting, 2 to 3 p.m. Okay, so to fill this duration here, you just have to put it like this. Enter duration in minutes, example 60. So we have a 60-minute meeting, so put 60 here manually, right? Now it is asking for the time zone. So our time zone is this Asia Kolkata. Okay, this is Indian Standard Time Zone. So just copy this from here and paste it here. Okay, actually you can get the time zone from the first step also. Here you can see in this start time zone, it is written Asia Kolkata. So let's map this thing also. So in time zone, you can map the time zone as well, right? So let me map the time zone. So we are mapping the time zone because if the time zone somewhat changed in any meeting, so this time zone will get automatically changed, right? Now it is asking for the password. So you can give the password of your meeting like as you want. So I'm putting here Zoom 123 like this, okay? And in the agenda, you can map the description of your meeting. This is the agenda of the meeting. Now when I click here on save and send test request, a new meeting will be created in Zoom application. You can see, right? So let me show you in my Zoom application if we have the new meeting created. And you can see at December 3 Friday, an appraisal meet is created here in Zoom application automatically, right? So connection with Zoom is working fine. Now we want to update the joining link of that same meeting in our Google Calendars event. For that, what you have to do, first of all, let me show you that in this first step, we have captured the data and I toggled this response button to off so that I got the details of the attendees in this format. So I want the attendees, the email IDs of the attendees separated, not in this format. So let me apply a step here. I'm clicking on this plus icon. And from this choose app, I'm going to choose data transformer. Okay. And here in this action event, I'm going to choose line itemizer. Then click on connect. Okay. Now it is asking for the line items array. So here we are going to map this label, this array in which we have the attendees, so that we can separate these attendees email IDs by just commas, okay, commas in between, and they will be in same line. Okay, that's why we have captured the data in this format. And now with the help of line itemizer, I'm going to map this data here and change it according to our need. So I'm mapping the attendees and clicking on save and send test request. Okay, and here you can see in this response status, we have these, in this emails, we have these emails in one line separated by commas only. So why we have applied this step, let me tell you. Now click on this plus icon and we want to update the joining link in our Google Calendar, right? So connect your Google Calendar once more. Select Google Calendar here. And in the section events, select update an event option. Okay. Then click on connect. Now you can choose existing connection as we have already made a connection in the first tab with Google Calendar. So click on save here. And from this calendar field, select your calendar, which is the meetings, this one. And in the event, we are going to map the ID. You can see in the first tab. In this first tab where we have captured the data, it has given us the events ID. This is the ID, okay? This string of text is the ID. So I'm going to map this ID here in this step. In this Google Calendar, update an event. I have selected the calendar and then click on event field and click on Google Calendar and map this ID here, right? Now it is asking for the title. So we'll find the title here also. This is the title, appraisal meet. Description, you will find the description. So these are not the compulsory things, but you can fill them if you want. Okay. So where is the description? This is the description. And here, this is required field. Here you have to put the start time and the end time. Okay. So you'll find the start and end date time here from Google Calendar like this. Let me show you. The start date time I mapped here, and in this end field, let me map the end date time. This is the end date time. Okay. And select your time zone, which is Asia Kolkata. So you'll find Asia Kolkata here. Okay, this one. And it is asking for the visibility. So if you want to make this event private, you can check private, or public, you can select public, right? So I'm selecting it private. And now in this guest field, we are going to enter the data of our guest's email ID, which we have separated like this from this line itemizer. Okay. So that's why I have applied line itemizer, and that's why I have captured the data of the attendees in this format in the first step, right? So now what you have to do, click on this guest field, then from this data transformer, select this emails, right? Okay. And in this event recurrence rule, so we want this event to be created and conducted only once. So to do that, you can use this rule here. So this is not a recurring event, it is just a one-time event. So to make this event one time, you have to copy this rule from here and paste it here. So actually in Google Calendar, when you create any event, let me show you, it asks you that if this event is a one-time event, daily event, monthly event, annual event, right? So to tell this that this is not a recurring event, it is not going to repeat, you have to tell here in Pabbly Connect, you have to apply this rule. Okay. So to tell Pabbly Connect that it is not a recurring event and it is a one-time event, right? So you have to apply this rule, and now click on save and send test request. Okay. So now it is showing this kind of response here. Okay, but we are forgetting something. I forgot to tell you that in this description, I did not map the meetings joining URL. So let me map the meetings joining URL from Google Calendar, which is the joining URL. Let me show you. Sorry, you won't find the joining URL here because we have created the Zoom meeting from the Zooms tab. Okay, so you'll find the joining URL in this Zooms tab. Okay, this is joining URL, map it, okay, in the description. Now click on save and send test request again. Okay, so now it started this response. So our calendar is updated. Let me show you. Where is our event? Okay, so this is our event. And here you can see in the description, we got the joining URL of our meeting like this, right? So our connection with Zoom application and Google Calendars are working properly, and our workflow is completed now. Let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So first of all, in this trigger window, we connected Google Calendar and then selected the calendar and capture the data of a new event created from our calendar like this, right? After that, in this action window, I connected Zoom application to create a meeting, mapped the details of the meeting from our Google Calendar tab like this, and then we have created the meeting in Zoom application, right? And after that, I applied this data transformer by Pabbly to get our attendees separated like this, okay? Because we are going to use this data in the next step, which is to update the Google Calendar's event. And in the description, I have mapped the joining URL, okay? Joining link of the meeting, right? And here in this guest, we have filled the details from this last tab where we have separated the attendees, okay? And then I click here on save and send test request, and you have seen that our meeting got updated here like this, right? So now just click on save here, and we are going to paste the link of this same workflow in the description so that you can clone it in your own free Pabbly Connect account and start using it instantly. So guys, this is it for today's video. If you want any other type of integration, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries and discuss it from this forum, and check the pricing of this software from this link. And guys, as we did today, you can make many different type of integrations using many different softwares by Pabbly Connect and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. So guys, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching this video.